So if I were to ask you what is the number one reason why you're not getting jobs or internships or project work, what would that reason be? Type it out in the comment box. Really type it out in the comment box. I would love to read that. The answer according to me is you are doing exactly the same things and deploying exactly the same strategies as your peers are doing. So on this video, I'm going to take you through 5 specific steps that can help you improve your odds of landing jobs and internships in 2021. So the first point is that you must shoot a video resume. Now what is a video resume? Video resume is essentially an animated form or animated version of you who is speaking in front of the camera, the way I am speaking with you right now. So essentially you must create a video resume for the simple reason that majority of your classmates are going to prepare only a text-based resume. So if you are creating a video resume, that in fact adds a lot of brownie points for you in searching for a job, internship or a project. An important point to know regarding video resume is that a lot of firms, for example Zomato, has specifically started asking for a video resume on their application portal. So it is very important for you to understand what goes into a good video resume, and accordingly you must create your own video resume. I will link a specific video that I had done on creating a good video resume, so please find it here somewhere and go and watch it and prepare notes out of it. Now once you have prepared your video resume, what are some of the things that you can do from it? Number 1, go and put that video resume on your LinkedIn profile. That is one. Another point about LinkedIn is that LinkedIn very recently has started with something called as visual photos, right? So when you click on a person's profile picture, now there is an animated version of that. So you can actually shoot a very specific 10-second video dedicated to that as well. That acts as a mini video resume. This dynamic profile picture can actually boost up your profile. So definitely look more into this. Second, put your video resume on a cloud somewhere, create the link and put that link on your static resume that you will be sending for jobs. So if a recruiter actually likes your resume, he or she might be compelled to actually click on that link that you're sending them and watch that video resume too. That again will give a little bit of boost to your profile. This brings me to my second tip, that in order to build a good resume, be it a video resume or a text-based resume, you first and foremost need to develop your profile. So let's understand how we can develop our profile. So profile building is one of the most important things you must understand if you are in college or if you have just started your career. So what do I mean by profile building? So I can simply try to explain it via a parallel analogy. For example, when you are trying to cook a really good dish, you need good ingredients. Similarly, when you're trying to write a very good resume, you need good activities, collection of projects, collection of internships, collection of different achievements. So developing this resume is called as profile development. Now you can undertake profile development in multiple ways. First and foremost, you can participate in college related activities. For example, these days, several colleges organize TEDx talks. So you can become the president of TEDx organizing committee. Similarly, you can join other leadership forums within your college. Now within college, you can also participate in terms of working with your professors. You can go and do external research assistantship with different professors outside India. You can write a research paper. You can take academic activities. So all these are basic points that you can execute in your college itself. Outside college, again, there are a bunch of opportunities. For example, you can undertake different internships, for example, with startups. It's okay if you're not getting great internships with top-notch companies. That's the goal. That's the reason why you're building your profile. But if you can't get internships with top-notch firms, try to get internships with startups. That can be a great initial exercise for you. Undertake project work. For example, government organizations, for example, Niti Aayog, they come out with a lot of research-based projects. So try to undertake and participate on such activities. It can prove to be a game changer for you. If none of these options are working out, you can start freelancing. That is the absolute minimum thing that you can do. You can start building your portfolio and profile on a forum like LinkedIn or Upwork and start posting about you and making posts about the industry you want to freelance in. Now you might say, Akshat, hey, you know what? Almost all my peers are doing all this stuff. How does it make me different? So of course, it doesn't make you different if you're just executing similar type of activities. But number one, people struggle to do all these activities consistently year after year. So if you're doing more internships, if you're doing more projects, if you're doing more assignments, if you're doing more freelancing projects, you have more stuff to talk about on your resume. That is one. Second, if you want to truly differentiate yourself, try to figure out a way to get international assignments and opportunities. So almost every year I've been speaking at IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay. One of the key things that the students from these universities get access to are international opportunities. So students from these universities end up working with professors outside India, or they are presenting some kind of research paper or research report outside their home country, and that further strengthens their profile. So you need to figure out ways in which you can get international assignments and opportunities. Now, why am I stressing so much on international assignments and opportunities? The reason is very simple, that these are very rare. If you end up pursuing international assignments and opportunities, it can make your profile really stand out. Now, I will put a link in the description box about one of the companies in which I have invested. It's called as Cases Over Coffee, and they run a global international fellowship opportunity wherein we have worked with students from Stanford, Wharton, and similar top-ranked institutions, and you end up working directly with international assignments and are mentored by BCG Bain McKinsey consultant all across the globe. This brings us to the third tip, that once you have started or initiated your profile development activity, you must start showcasing your profile. Now, platforms like LinkedIn are wonderful in terms of showcasing your profile. LinkedIn gives you an opportunity to get in front of thousands of recruiters. So make use of this opportunity. Now, there are two specific reasons why I'm saying that you must look at platforms like LinkedIn. First and foremost, thousands and thousands of recruiters are present there. So you get the eyeballs from those right set of people. That's one. Second reason is that not too many college students are still active on LinkedIn. They might be absorbing a lot of content, but very few end up writing content on LinkedIn. So if you become one of the early voices in the college world who writes interesting posts and analysis, this is something that can prove extremely beneficial for your career. Now, one question that I frequently get here is that, hey Akshat, I'm just a first year student or a second year student. What am I supposed to talk on LinkedIn? So there are a bunch of things that you can speak on LinkedIn about. First and foremost, you can start discussing about your college experience, how your job search is going, what are some job search tips. You can explore and portray your interests on LinkedIn. For example, if you're someone who is interested in business analysis, you can start writing analytical pieces on the business development that is happening. If you're a cryptocurrency enthusiast or if you're a stock market enthusiast, again, you can highlight all those specific points. So important point to note is that LinkedIn actually amplifies your voice, and if you're putting out well-researched content, it can actually help you build your own community, and some of it might be your future recruiters. So if you like this content, please press the pause button and like this video. That would indicate to me that you appreciate this type of content, and it would motivate me to shoot similar type of videos. Once you have built your profile on LinkedIn and have started to gain a little bit of traction, start getting referrals. I can't stress enough how few applicants actually take care of referrals, because these days your referrals are extremely important, especially on high-end jobs like management consulting, VC, private equity, investment banking. Recruiters are going to check your referrals. So if you have in the past worked with a management consultant or an investment banker or have done an internship at a good organization, try to be in the good books of the manager so that you can get referrals. Now, why am I stressing so much on referrals? Now, here is a simple way to think about it. There are essentially two ways in which you can apply for a job. One is a normal channel that you just send in your resume and wait for the magic to happen, that recruiter will just go through it, like your resume, and you will be called for an interview. But you and I both know that that is a very bad route of sending out your resume, and the response rate is going to be abysmally low. The second method is that get internal referrals. So figure out a way to network with people. If you're doing an internship already, use it as a connection forum to build more connection, reach out to more people. Once you have that network going for you, it would be very easy for you to push out your resume internally. So every year, even I send out internal recommendations for a few people. My friends also do that. So the candidates whom we are recommending, we actually know them. They have worked with us in certain capacity. And when we send out the recommendation, it adds a lot of weight. We usually end up getting round one interview invite to really good firms. Now, if you wish to learn how to network with people, here's a course link. You can just go and watch it. It's completely free. I had shot this video when I started this channel, so you would enjoy watching it. So just two quick points on networking. That first and foremost, don't take the networking exercise as something where you are just trying to get some benefit out of the next person. So every day people send messages like that, hey Akshat, here is my resume. Would you mind taking 20 minutes, look on it and give me feedback by tomorrow because I have an application to submit. Now this is a bad way of asking for help. It shows that you have done no research about the person and you're going to the person with a very selfish goal of getting something out of it. So figure out a way to make the networking exercise useful for both the parties. That is tip number one. Tip number two is that you must invest a lot of time in researching about the person with whom you want to build a connect. If you reach out to a random person just asking for help, they are not going to help you out. You need to build the relationship. You must research about the person. Now, these days we have social media, so it becomes easy for us to research about the person. Make sure that you invest time in terms of understanding what that person is active in. Your social media activities give a lot of insights. For example, if you track my social media movements, you will easily see that I'm very active in the management consulting space, education space. I talk a lot on public forums. I talk a lot about motivation on my LinkedIn posts. So good way to start building a relationship with someone like me would be that write thoughtful comments on my LinkedIn feed, write thoughtful comments on my YouTube. I will somehow recollect your name if you ask me for help. It is not as if that I will be deliberately doing it, but just that because you have taken time to build that relationship with me, I would subconsciously remember your name and would be much more inclined to helping you out. Now again, please don't try this on me. I'm the one teaching it. So go and experiment these techniques with other people and watch this course on networking. It will give you a lot of useful insights. Now the fifth and final point that I have for you is that you must explore and join different clubs and networks. Now you can join these clubs and network within your college. There is nothing wrong with that. It's a fun activity. You must participate with your college peers. That's good. That's just one part of the equation, but that is easy. That is something that almost all your peers might be doing. So you need to step up and explore more options. Now what you can do? Here you can join clubs like Toastmasters Club. You can also join Cases Over Coffee, which is again a network of professionals and international college students. It will give you a lot of exposure. You can also volunteer with organizations like ISEC, right? So these are all good clubs that you can join, which can help you develop your profile. But there are a few things that you must keep in mind before you commit to joining a club. First and foremost, if you can explore a leadership option, for example, if you can become the president or vice president of your consulting or finance club, that can actually amplify your profile. So that is one. Second, before joining any club, make sure that what value are you going to get out of that club. For example, when people generally join Cases Over Coffee, they are very clear that, hey, we will get to interact with people who are from different colleges within India and outside. So it's a network where you're networking with college students and business professionals. Similarly, you must understand that what value are you getting out of every club. Because if you join n number of clubs, you might run from pillar to post and you might not be able to accomplish or add any value to that club. Final point here is that please make sure that whenever you're joining a network or a club, make sure that you're adding value to that club and adding value to your peers. Because at the baseline, this network or this club is a forum for you to build connections. And you can only build connections by actually adding value to people. So please keep that in mind. So in summary, your success of finding jobs or internships would hinge upon two specific points. One is that your ability to grind out things. Be it in terms of writing on LinkedIn, be it in terms of reaching out to people and building connections, it's important to grind out. You might send out 100 messages, maybe you will get 5 replies, but you need to grind in and grind out every single day. This is very, very important point for you to realize. And second is that you must think about your profile building activities in a unique manner. Always try to be lookout for new opportunities, new developments and new things that you can do which would make you different from other people looking for a similar job. So I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and a comment. That would mean a lot to me and that would indicate that you actually like this type of content. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much.